Listen carefully, my darling youngster. I wish to communicate with you in a way that appeals to your innermost feelings, in order for you to know that I am here and that I adore you. Allow this moment to be a new start for you, a pivotal moment when you feel my presence and learn about a new route I have set for you. Breathe deeply. Calm your mind and allow my words to get ingrained in your soul. You have never been alone, and I want to prove that to you. That I have been keeping an eye on you, taking care of you, and making wonderful plans for your future. There has never been a better moment to believe, to have total faith in me and to get what I have for you. I am the Lord who created you and breathed your life. I was familiar with every aspect of your life from the start. When no one else understood the anguish in your heart, I witnessed the tears you wept in private settings. I have heard the silent pleas that you have muttered in times of need. I'm reaching out to you now because I want you to understand how powerful I am and how enough my grace is. You have been burdened with worries, fears, and uncertainties that could impair your vision and rob you of your hope. However, I'm here to knock on your heart's door and promise that I won't abandon you. I want you to feel my tender eyes on you. To me, your life is far more valuable than you can possibly comprehend. You are descended from royalty and were made for a special mission that no one else on the planet can achieve. Nothing should persuade you otherwise. Don't let your inner critic convince you that your existence has no purpose or that you aren't eligible for benefits because of your past. Instead, my specialty is mending brokenness, turning ashes into beauty, and restoring wholeness to the injured. Since I, the Creator, never give up on the work of my hands, even if you only see pieces of your potential, I see the completed masterpiece. I want to tear down the barriers that have prevented you from accepting my love completely today. Past failures, traumatic events, and betrayals have hardened your heart and built some of these walls. Others have been constructed by angry words, feelings of inadequacy, and the after effects of shame. I want to take these difficulties out of your life because I understand them. I'm not here to judge you or punish you for your transgressions. Rather, I want to show you how much I care, to soothe and uplift you with words of hope, and to envelop you in my tenderness. As I lead you into my amazing light and out of the darkness, kindly take my hand. The fact that you are hearing my voice at this moment is no coincidence. My soul is bringing you closer by suggesting that it's time to walk by faith rather than sight, which is what you sense in that intense need. You have been trying to repair everything on your own for so long, carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. However, I encourage you to place these weighty responsibilities at my feet and have faith that I can manage any situation that is bothering you. I don't want you to feel worn out and tired. I'm here to help you sleep. Allow me to remind you of the strength that comes from putting your trust in me. Doors that seem to be permanently closed will start to open. The mountains of obstacles will be thrown aside. I will prepare a banquet of blessings for you in plain sight of those who appear intent on harming you. I am the God who gives life to things that appear dead and who makes streams flow in arid areas. How much more will I take care of you, my dear child, since I can feed the birds of the air and dress the flowers of the field in splendor? You are adored indeed. You might question how this is possible, particularly in light of your flaws and shortcomings. However, you are not flawless, which is why I do not adore you. You are mine, which is why I love you. I have loved you from the beginning of time. My sympathy has been there for you at your worst hours. I've been right there, gently calling you back even when you thought you were unlovable or that you had strayed too far from me. You cannot distance yourself from my affection in any way. Let me remind you that my forgiveness is total and my grace is unfathomable. Even if you feel like the burden of your past is too great and you have come to believe that your mistakes cannot be undone, I want to talk to the innermost parts of you that are still plagued by shame and guilt. It's possible that those close to you have been quick to criticize you, remind you of your shortcomings, and shake their heads. But above all, pay attention to my voice. I love to be merciful. I'm full of unwavering affection and slow to anger. I remove every stain the instant you turn your heart toward me and humbly beg for pardon. As far as the east is from the west, I cast your sins. Don't let remorse stop you from taking action. You weren't made to be a slave to your past self. You were made for development, change, and a bright future. Take a courageous step into that future. Check out what I'm doing by looking to the horizon. My commitments to you aren't meaningless. I've put opportunity in front of you, paths leading to blessings and doors awaiting a knock of trust. You've been held back long enough by fear. It has muttered falsehoods about your lack of strength, qualifications, and worth. Every one of those lies is refuted by the truth as I stand here. You can accomplish anything in me. I have anointed your lips to utter words that give life, your hands to perform wonderful deeds, and your mind to accept insight. Think of me being with you both when you go to sleep and when you wake up. I never sleep. I never look away from you. I guard your home and keep an eye on your loved ones at night. I rekindle your vitality, reawaken your optimism, and rekindle your faith when the morning breaks, enabling you to face every new day with assurance. I want you to flourish rather than just get by. You were not created by me to live a life of perpetual deprivation or suffering. I am the God of plenty, the God who creates and multiplies, the God of inventions and fresh mercies. Yes, there will be storms. I don't guarantee a life without hardships. The purpose of challenges is to help you become stronger, learn to persevere, build compassion, and gain understanding. The rivers may roar and the storms will blow, but know that I am by your side. I respond when you call on me. When you put your faith in me, I will faithfully lead you through every difficult situation. I use hardships as stepping stones, challenges as platforms, and tests as opportunities to demonstrate my influence in your life. Your faith is a priceless shield, my child. It protects you against the fiery darts of discouragement, doubt, and fear. There are some in this world who wish to disparage your faith in me and make fun of the hope you hold. They'll try to plant dissatisfaction or cynicism. Don't listen to such voices. Remain steadfast in the awareness that I am at your side, empowering you to overcome all adversaries. When someone criticizes or misunderstands you, don't give up. Remember that I see everything. Even if people closest to you are blind to the truth of what I am doing in you, I see your devotion, your tears, your prayers, and your good deeds. When something is provided in my name, nothing is wasted. In addition, I want to talk to your heart about forgiving people who have wronged you. This isn't always simple. I am aware that resentment might feel like a kind of self-defense for some people who have deep-seated hurts. However, harboring bitterness just keeps you stuck in agony and bound to the past. I'm asking you to let go of those burdens and offer your hands to me. I am aware of every injustice, betrayal, each instance in which you were disregarded or exploited. I understand. I am aware. And I'll bring you healing. You unite yourself with my heart when you decide to forgive. You leave the prison of rage and enter a place of freedom. Forgiveness is entrusting justice to me, the one who renders moral judgments, but it does not imply condoning wrongdoing. I want to speak life over you right now, giving you the strength to move forward by giving you the faith and commitment you need. As long as you keep believing in me, your destiny will become clearer every day. Every act of obedience, every choice to remain receptive to my guidance, these help you move closer to your destiny every time you accept my will. Don't hate the little beginnings. Little seeds were the ancestors of even the strongest trees. One stone was the starting point for even the largest constructions. What counts are your perseverance, your constancy, and your faith in my ability to finish the task I have started in you. I understand how life's financial stresses can occasionally cause you to feel anxious. You worry about how you're going to meet your responsibilities, take care of your family, and pay your bills. You are concerned about the economy, job security, and unforeseen costs. I am your supplier, in case you forgot. Your ultimate source of support is not your employer, the status of the economy, or market fluctuations. I am the one who supplies, who makes things possible, and who gives you the insight to properly manage resources. I can bring far more blessings into your life than you can ever dream of if you are prepared to entrust me with your money via prayer, obedience, and charity. I'll help you spot chances that others might miss and provide you with innovative ideas and tactics. Keep up your good work and moral behavior and see how I reward your efforts. Know that I'm at work in ways you can't always see when it comes to your loved ones. You have stood in the void with sobs and groans too deep for words, wept for them, prayed for them, and prayed for their welfare. Those prayers have all been heard. Trust that I am already at work, regardless of whether you believe for salvation, healing, deliverance, or reconciliation. You will eventually see changes that will make you cry with happiness. I will restore harmony where relationships have been strained. I will clarify any misunderstandings that may have existed. I shall utilize the warmth of my love to soothe hearts that have hardened. I tell you that if your family has a history of conflict, a line of hardships that has been passed down through the generations, I can break that line in my name. Your family's destiny does not have to be dictated by outdated trends. I will teach you a new way to move, talk, and interact after you surrender to my direction. It may call for humility. You may need to be patient, but keep in mind that I am your God, and I am the one who is assisting you. My presence has more power, even if negativity seems to be ingrained in the air around you. Don't only say, "Invite me into your home," but do it every day. The change will occur if you all pray together, bless one another, speak sweetly, and forgive one another. You'll witness how the gloom that had crept into the corners of your home is lifted by the light of my presence. Do not give up, even when it comes to bodily issues like illness or long-term diseases. Have faith in me and trust that I will heal you. I don't guarantee that there won't be any pain in life. However, I promise that I am still the same person who touched and healed many people. Sometimes recovery happens instantly. At other times, it's a journey in which I support you during surgeries and therapies and help you get stronger every day. I occasionally direct you to the appropriate medical specialists. I occasionally show you natural answers. You may rely on me to lead you in the direction that is best for your body, soul, and spirit. Allow me to heal you emotionally as well, since emotional wounds can persist long after physical ones have healed. For total restoration, come to me. My area of expertise is completeness and fixing things that don't seem to be fixable. I provide these life lessons to people who are experiencing internal pain, are dealing with anxiety or depression, or who feel empty inside. It is not necessary for you to stay in that pit. I am able to lift you up. My voice pierces the soul's darkest darkness. Know that you are loved, even if life's hardships have made you doubt your value or purpose. Allow me to soothe your mental turmoil. Let me be the solid rock you stand on. Your identity lies in me, not in the opinions of others, or in your accomplishments or shortcomings. I haven't abandoned you. You are mine. Let go of your regrets and let me guide you into times of happiness and tranquility. Once more, take a glance around and notice how I have placed important people in your way to help you when you need them. They can show up as mentors, friends, or even nice strangers. There is no such thing as an accidental encounter. I create heavenly relationships that help and lead you. Stay open-minded and modest so you can identify the people I bring into your life. Remember that I also want to utilize you as a conduit for blessings. Be open to giving to others, your family, your neighborhood, your church, and even complete strangers in need as I give to you. See how the rewards in your life are multiplied when you give freely from a loving heart. Instead of merely being a container, I want you to be a fountain. Pay close attention to my voice inside of you, particularly when you are about to make a big decision. I appreciate the decisions you make because I gave you free will, but I want to lead you. My advice occasionally manifests as a soft prod in your soul, a feeling of calm or anxiety on a particular course. Sometimes it comes from sage advice from someone I put in your vicinity. I might get confirmation from the Bible or from unforeseen coincidences. Keep an eye out for these indicators. Don't hurry without my instructions, and don't stand still while I'm telling you to move. Where I lead, I supply. I provide fruitfulness where I lead. I'm filling your heart with fresh possibilities and hope even as you hear these words. Maybe you've begun to dream again, to think that there might be more for you than the same old routine. Dreaming is nothing to be terrified of. I am the one who gives dreams. I am ultimately the source of all the greatest inventions, the most life-giving thoughts, the most creative works, the most selfless acts of faith, and the most heroic acts of compassion. I will mold your dreams if you place them at my feet. Align them with my goals, and you'll see them thrive. Your life is supposed to serve as an example of what happens when someone genuinely submits to my power and love. Allow me to reawaken your dreams if you have attempted to suppress them due to irritation or disappointment, believing them to be silly. No time has been lost. Even if you think it's too late, I can turn back time and bring forth a new season. If I have a willing heart, I can do anything. Take a look at the lives of those who have previously walked alongside me. They trusted me and achieved great things instead of using their own power. Their limitations became stepping stones for miracles, and their flaws became platforms for my glory. Likewise, I take great pleasure in employing the lowly, the forgotten, and the disheartened. I elevate them to accomplish remarkable goals that leave people in awe of my goodness. Don't worry about the skeptics who claim that you've made too many mistakes or that it's too late for you. Recall that I am the one who creates things out of nothing. I use my word to create the cosmos. If I want to, I can instantly alter the trajectory of your life. However, I also go through procedures to shape your personality and increase your reliance on me, so that you can be certain that my hand was at work when you stand in triumph. I impart perseverance, hope, compassion, and trust to you along that process. I also want to address people who are unsure of their future, maybe because you've reached a turning point in your life or entered a new phase. Although changes might be frightening, they also present chances for development and increased closeness with me. Even though the new hasn't entirely arrived yet, you could feel as though the old has died throughout a change. It can be unnerving to be in that center. In the meanwhile, rely on me. Even if you are unable to see the full path, let my word be the torch at your feet, illuminating the next step. A shepherd never deserts his sheep, and I have vowed to be your shepherd. My staff and rod are there to protect and lead you. Remember that I know precisely where you are and how to guide you from confusion to clarity when you're feeling lost. You can always chat to me when you're feeling lonely. Be honest and open your heart. Nothing you say will surprise or irritate me. I am already aware of your desires, longings, concerns, and worries. I wait for you to tell me about them because when you do that, your faith is triggered and your spirit is open to receiving my responses. In the silence, listen for my voice as well. You may miss the soft murmur of my spirit because your heart is so busy with plans, noise, and inquiries. Allocate time for peaceful times, heart-softening worship, and reading my words to better understand my voice. I'm not a strict boss who always expects more than you can provide. On the contrary, when you align yourself with my will, my burden is light and my load is easy. I don't want you to live your life feeling anxious and stressed out because you feel like you have to live up to a standard that you can't. Take comfort in the fact that my grace is enough. Your obedience, not your flawlessness, is what I appreciate. It's your humility, not your independence, that I admire. Your vulnerability makes my strength wonderful. Therefore, don't be embarrassed to acknowledge when you need assistance. I'm here to provide for your needs, to bridge the gaps in your life, to heal the wounded parts of your soul. Keep in mind that you have the ability to resist temptation when it arises. Your master is not sin. You are stronger than the forces attempting to bring you down because of my spirit within you. Seek my deliverance if you are caught up in negative behaviors or toxic relationships. Don't justify misbehavior or remain in an environment that gradually saps your vitality. Sometimes leaving poisonous situations or influences may require you to take brave, faith-based actions. Trust that I have bigger plans for you than to be in chains, even if it may feel unsafe or unpleasant right now. I am the one who breaks the chains and releases the prisoners. And let me tell you something else. Your prayers never cease to amaze me. My ears are open whether you approach me once a day or 100 times a day. Your voice never gets old to me. I'm not the type of person who gets irritated by demands that are made repeatedly. Quite the opposite. I urge you to continue inquiring, searching, and knocking, because you develop your faith and acquire persistence via continual prayer. The answer always comes at the ideal moment, whether it be instantaneous or delayed. Furthermore, waiting frequently shapes you just as much as the response. It strengthens your character, puts your intentions to the test, and increases your ability to benefit from the bigger benefits I have in store for you. How can I be certain that my prayers are heard, you ask? Or how can I be sure I haven't thrown myself out of your favor? Take a look at what I said. Go over the pledges I've made. You will receive if you ask. You will find what you seek. The door will be opened if you knock. Recognize that I want to give you wonderful presents so you can succeed. How much more do you think I, the ideal parent, will offer you if you can still provide positive things for the people you care about in spite of your flaws? Dispel the myth that you have done too much for my blessing. You can discover grace by turning to me as long as you have breath. My intention is not to embarrass you, but to guide you toward a state of transformation and rejuvenation. I occasionally communicate with you through nature as well, letting you see my splendor in the stars, sunsets, and the majesty of creation. My strength and tranquility are declared by the majestic mountains and the soft wave rhythm. Remember that I created the natural world using only words when you are standing in awe of it. Can't I solve your problems easily if I can make such miracles? Give yourself permission to feel thankful for the wonders of creation. Expressing gratitude shifts your viewpoint. It shifts your attention from what is missing to what is achievable. The heart becomes softer and more receptive to my love and direction when it is filled with gratitude. You may be called to tell your tale, to speak about my role in your life, or to offer others the consolation you have experienced. Open your mouth without fear. I may use your testimony as the very tool to restore hope to someone who has all but given up. There is no need for a large stage. Hearts are frequently changed in private, quiet discussions. The secret is your readiness to speak honestly while admitting your difficulties and my capacity for atonement. Many people are eager to learn about my love's authenticity, free from judgment or religious bias. Just by telling them how I helped you overcome your darkness, you can illuminate theirs. Remember that genuine worship is more than just a song or a brief moment spent in a structure. It is a way of living that involves aligning your will with mine, loving me and others, and adopting a posture of the heart. Your whole self is in tune with the divine when you worship me in spirit and truth. Chains are broken, revelations occur, and your spirit is filled with a calm that is beyond comprehension at those times of sincere worship. Allow your life to become an ongoing act of service and thankfulness that exalts my name, a living sacrifice of love. Come to me if you're feeling worn out or burned out from your religious obligations. Without a sincere connection to my heart, you were never supposed to carry out rituals. I don't like meaningless customs. A penitent heart, a compassionate attitude toward your neighbors, a surrendered spirit, and an uncompromising dedication to truth are what I find pleasing. Get rid of the burden of legalism and shame-based thinking. Enter the freedom I bought for you. A slave is not you. You are the highest king's son or daughter. You find security, acceptance, and rest in that sonship. Allow that identity to change how you live and how you view yourself. I also want you to know that I have information and wisdom secrets I would like to share with those who genuinely want to see me. The world pursues a lot of shallow goals. However, those who thirst and hunger for righteousness will be satisfied. Request that I guide you, teach you the secrets of grace, and help you discover the more profound truths that are concealed in my word. You will find gems that feed your spirit and help you navigate the challenges of life. You will discover that I am the origin of all knowledge, happiness, and love the more you seek me out. Be mindful that spiritual struggles are real as you continue to develop. Keep in mind that there are forces out there that seek to pull you away from me. However, I have given you the armor of faith, righteousness, truth, salvation, and peace, so you don't need to be scared. Wear these presents every day. Remain steadfast and keep in mind that I have already vanquished the forces of evil. Your life is not legitimately the enemy's. Because I am with you and I never lose a war, even if you may encounter difficulties, you fight from a position of triumph. Do not forget to acquire humility. Subtle pride might appear, particularly as you start to notice favors and breakthroughs. Pride wants you to forget that every wonderful gift comes from me and think you did everything on your own. Remain modest. Give me the credit for your accomplishments and continue to rely on my advice. Greater rewards can grow from a humble heart because it understands that you are powerless without me. It also maintains your heart soft and open, ready to give grace and help others. Some of you seem to be yearning for company or a feeling of inclusion. You could feel isolated, as like nobody really gets you. Allow me to be your best friend and most cherished partner. You will find understanding, acceptance, and perfect love in me. Additionally, I want to guide you to a real community of individuals who will love you just as much as they love me. Even though you may have experienced prior hurt from others, don't allow it to stop you from creating new relationships that I have planned for you. My design incorporates relationships that are healthy. The proper relationships will help you develop into the person I have intended you to be, much like iron sharpens iron. If you have younger siblings or children, keep in mind that I want you to lead them in the path of truth and sow seeds of love, hope, and faith in their hearts. It is more important to set an example of honesty, compassion, and unshakable faith in me than it is to deliver grandiose speeches. Kids pay close attention. They pick up more knowledge from your deeds than your words. Allow your house to be transformed into a haven where people regularly pray, honor my name, and show love. Continue to pray even if kids veer off course. I can reach them because my arm is not too short. Additionally, your prayers have influence. If you feel called to leadership or ministry, don't let your fear of not being good enough stop you. Ordinary individuals are the ones I pick to perform remarkable jobs. Your credentials are derived from the anointing I bestow upon you, not just from human institutions. Learn, prepare, and study hard. However, keep in mind that your real teacher is the Holy Spirit. You can release prisoners and mend shattered hearts by speaking with me. Remember that everything you do for me and out of love is important, regardless of whether your ministry is public or private. Even in the tiniest tasks, I reward loyalty. Because you want results right now, you could get restless at times. Let patience do its flawless job, my child. It takes time for seeds to sprout. Not every project is successful the first time. Characters are not created in a vacuum. Waiting seasons don't imply I've forgotten about you. Rather, they frequently signify that I am creating conditions or fortifying you for the future. Enjoy me, take comfort in my assurances, and have faith in my schedule. I know exactly when to make things happen so you can manage them properly. I also want you to think about the impact of what you say. The tongue has the power to transmit life or death. Make the decision to express love, hope, and faith. Even if someone has harmed you, choose to bless them rather than curse them. Instead of tearing down, build up. In addition to changing others, This discipline will change the way you think. You invite my power into every circumstance when you speak in accordance with my word. Your proclamations eventually sprout into fruit. Offer up blessings for your relationships, income, employment, and home. When your language reflects the reality about who I am and what I promise, observe how the atmosphere changes. If you've read or heard my words this far, know that I'm personally extending an invitation to a more intimate relationship. Don't let your daily schedule or other distractions to take you out of the present. Let your heart be completely open. Right now, feel my spirit contacting you. Accept my consolation, the unfathomable calm, and the guarantee that all needs will be satisfied on schedule. Give yourself over to me, my darling, and allow me to bear the burdens you have carried for too long. I'm prepared to shower you with unfathomable benefits, to take the place of your worries with my soothing presence, and to give your life a heavenly purpose. I want you to know that I am the God who heals previous wounds, and that if you have terrible memories that appear to cling to you, I can change your history so that, despite your recollection of the events, a witness of victory will take their place. I take what the opponent intended to be bad and use it to your advantage. Give up resentment or fury and leave retribution in my hands. I right every injustice in appropriate time since I am just. Allow me to lift your spirits. Like refreshing water in a desert, it revitalizes formerly desolate landscapes. Don't worry about tomorrow. Trust me moment by moment and live in the now. I have control over your future, and I guarantee that goodness and mercy will follow you throughout your life as long as you walk in obedience and faith. Think about the times I have already helped you get through difficult situations that looked insurmountable. Then, did I fail you? Will I now let you down? No, kid. I'm still faithful. My personality is constant. Even though the seas of life may surge, I am above them all and will reach out and draw you to safety. I continue to pour a new measure of faith into your heart right now. Do you feel it? It's the understated but potent reassurance that everything will work out, that you're not alone, and that optimism is becoming stronger by the moment. Accept it. Hold on to it. Say it aloud to yourself. I'm not left behind. God is on my side. He loves me, and He sees me, and hears me. He has fantastic plans for me. You unite your spirit with mine when you communicate these truths. Every negative thought that tries to enter your head is met with a declaration of war. I have already made commitments to you throughout your life, and you stand by them. Remind yourself that I am more than simply a notion or a concept. I'm genuine, intimate, and deeply invested in your path. In the past, I was the one who opened the seas, the one who raised the dead, healed the lepers, and fed crowds with a few loaves. I'm still the same. I can do now what I did then. Prayers continue to be answered, miracles continue to occur, and lives continue to be changed. Don't let your doubts limit me. Think I can make a significant impact on your case. Watch how I make myself known in both overt and covert ways as you put your trust in me. Let me affirm who you really are for people who struggle with identity issues. You are wonderfully and terribly created. As a child of light, you have been adopted into my family. Since I am the King of Kings, you are descended from royalty and wear my name. Your social standing, your financial account, your work title, and the labels others give you are not what define you. The purpose I have woven into your being and the affection I have for you define who you are. Allow this truth to become your anchor and to connect with your spirit. Some of you dream of helping communities, starting companies that pay tribute to me, producing music or books, making art, or pursuing careers in technology, education, medicine, or humanitarian work. Recognize that these cravings may serve as vehicles for my glory. I will increase your impact if you dedicate your job to me. I'll direct you to resources and put you in touch with folks who can collaborate with you. Remembering why you do what you do is crucial. I will bless the endeavor if your heart stays in line with love and service. Additionally, I will use your accomplishments to encourage others and demonstrate to them that their faith in me is not in vain. Be mindful that, in my opinion, success is not always determined solely by external achievements. It is evaluated based on obedience, compassion, integrity, and fidelity. I care a lot about your small deeds of kindness, your straightforward prayers for someone in need, and your ability to persevere in the face of difficulty. Some heroes live according to my heart, so even though they never see their names in lights, they shine brightly in heaven. Allow that to motivate you. Let it serve as a reminder that your worth is derived from your dedication to doing good deeds and the strength of your connection with me, not from recognition. Now, if the sheer size of the work ahead of you sometimes makes you feel overwhelmed, remember what I said. My weakness makes my strength flawless. Do not back down because you believe you are incapable of handling it. You're correct. You might not be able to on your own, but with me, anything is possible. Come, let's form a partnership. When you feel weak, I will give you the strength to speak when your thoughts are blank, and I will enable you to do more than you could have ever imagined. It's not your job to do the assignment by yourself. I accompany you on your journey, guiding you at every turn. Take cover behind my wings when you're feeling tired. Permit me to serve you and provide you with spiritual sustenance. There are moments when you simply need to stop, take a deep breath, and allow me to fill you up. I don't want you to burn out even when there is work to be done. You're not a robot. Your soul is precious. Look after your mind, body, and soul. Treasure your downtime, the Sabbath times when you just enjoy my goodness, and think back on all the benefits I've already showered into your life. A component of my design is balance. Day and night, planting and harvest seasons, periods of action and periods of silence were all things I created. Accept every season and look for my presence in each one. Remind yourself of the widow's strength if you feel like you have nothing to contribute. Although she made a modest offering, I thought it was worth more than expensive presents that were offered out of excess. The posture of the heart is what counts. I'll multiply what you have if you give it to me. A kind word, a cup of water, a smile, a tiny gift, or a helping hand. In my hands, these may become powerful manifestations of love. Never undervalue the impact of little actions carried out with a lot of love. They have an impact on lives and cause changes that extend much beyond the immediate moment. Recognize that comparison steals happiness as well. Avoid comparing your journey to that of others. With your own talents, difficulties, and time, I made you special. I have a path for you that is specific to your calling and identity. You lose sight of what I am accomplishing in you when you gaze upon others and feel envious of their benefits or advancements. Keep your attention on my voice, my direction, and my task for you. Your life is part of the novel I'm creating, and it won't look exactly like someone else's. Honor the accomplishments of others and have faith that I will bless you too. Join those who are celebrating and have faith that your moment will come. Your perspective will change, your burdens will lessen, and your faith will grow the more you pay attention to these words. You'll observe that your heart stops being a storehouse of grievances and instead becomes a source of thankfulness. You'll notice that fear no longer controls your choices. Instead, a firm belief that I am guiding you will take its place. Where you once perceived inconveniences, you will now see possibilities to be a blessing. You will become a source of inspiration and hope by speaking life over both yourself and people around you. When I encourage you to pray for someone, send a consoling letter, or embark on a new endeavor, take my Spirit's prodding seriously. Miracles frequently sprout from these promptings. Favor in bigger things results from obedience in smaller ones. I know I can trust you with more when I see that you are prepared to comply with my requests, even if they seem little. I train my staff in this manner: how I shape my cherished kids. Pursuing the huge gesture is not the point. It's about faithfully following my direction on a daily basis. You will feel an overflow as your faith deepens, which is only possible via my presence. You will feel as though you are walking in accordance with my will, and that your thoughts, words, and deeds are becoming more and more in harmony with my heart. You will discover love for those who once appeared unlovable, as well as serenity amid chaos, joy, and adversity. This change is proof that my Spirit is at work within you, molding you to resemble me. Along with realizing that your time on earth is brief but important, you will also experience a deeper need for things that last forever. Your existence is a part of a larger story that transcends the limitations of your current perception. I put eternity in your heart so you wouldn't be content with things that are only found on earth. Because there is more, you feel as though there is more. There is an unshakable empire that endures forever, a place where my glory never stops shining. Allow that timeless viewpoint to direct your earthly endeavors, serving as a constant reminder that there is treasure in heaven that greatly beyond any material gain. Never question the value of sticking with me. Everything else will come easily if you stay in touch with the source of life. Without me, accomplishments become meaningless, connections become shallow, and direction becomes unclear. If you stay with me, you will produce fruit. Fruit that endures and benefits you, your loved ones, and future generations. Under my tender care, you were made to thrive and live abundantly in body, mind, and spirit. Remind yourself of what I told you today if doubt or anxiety try to resurface and drag you back into the shadows of concern. Recite what my word has promised. Let your words flow naturally, Allow them to occupy your thoughts, and allow them to live inside of you. You may fortify yourself against the enemy's lies by repeatedly affirming the truth. You become unwavering and unyielding, standing on the solid foundation of confidence that I am who I claim to be and that I will carry out my promises. Even when the way is unclear, keep moving forward. My word will shine brightly enough to illuminate the following step like a lantern in the night. To believe in the path I am leading you, you do not need to see the full journey. The road gets clearer with every single step. When you are unsure, my soul will speak assurance. When you feel like your strength is lacking, my grace will be enough. When you feel alone or misinterpreted, my love will embrace you. Always remember that you are never really alone. I'll be there even if your loved ones abandon you or if the crowds disperse. I am your dependable friend, confidant, mentor, and protector. I intervene when human support fails, providing supernatural support beyond your wildest expectations. I meet all of your needs, emotional, material, and spiritual, and I frequently go above and beyond your expectations. Your faith will become unwavering if you hold fast to this reality. Allow my words to reverberate inside of you in the silence of this moment. I am breathing on all of my uncertainties, anxieties, and sorrows. I'm announcing fresh cycles of development and productivity. I am creating a new chapter in your life, one in which your frailties allow my glory to shine through and your grace gives you the ability to do great things in my name. Have faith and receive it everything. Give yourself permission to believe once more. Let hope emerge in the desert like a well. Allow love to overcome all of the resentment or animosity that formerly imprisoned you. When you let these truths into your heart, heaven rejoices. A single soul choosing to move from darkness to light, from despair to hope, or from loss to victory is celebrated. There is a cloud of witnesses cheering you on, telling you that the race is not for the quick, but for those who endure, who don't give up, and who believe in me even in the face of adversity. This is your call to a life changed, a destiny realized, and an uncontrollable thrill. Accept it. Make a heartfelt commitment to live a different life, to walk hand in hand with me, to believe in my unwavering promises, and to follow my words at all times. Declare your allegiance, express your acceptance, and observe as the old dies and a vibrant new reality arises. You'll discover that for those who believe nothing is impossible. You stand on a dominion that cannot be shifted, even though the world may tremble, the nations may be in upheaval, and the news may be filled with uncertainty. My authority is boundless, and my rule endures forever. Hold on to that more elevated reality. Allow your soul to rest in the knowledge that I am in control of everything. I sculpt hearts, situations, and destiny in the same way that a potter shapes clay. Even if the wheel turns more quickly than you can handle, have faith in me to see it through. I am well aware of what I am shaping you into. I pour forth a new anointing over you right now, releasing gifts that you might not have known you had. Abilities, discernment, empathy, inventiveness, leadership, and religion. They surface, prepared to be put to good use. Accept them, nurture them, and spread them. It was never intended for you to conceal your light. Let everyone see it shine, that people might see how good I am and be inspired by the example you set. I see you for who you really are, my little child. Rest in this love because it is unwavering, unchanging, and eternal. Don't be afraid of tomorrow. I've already arrived. Don't linger on the past. I've used it up. Don't back down when faced with hardship. I've given you the tools. With the knowledge that you are mine, face every day with confidence. Allow your heart to sing a brand new melody of appreciation and wonder. Remember what I said. Keep them close to your heart and think about them frequently. To me, they are an affirmation of your value, a lifeline, and a wellspring of optimism. When in doubt, speak them over yourself. Allow them to direct your prayers. Allow them to influence the way you talk. Allow them to change your perspective on the world and how you fit within it. Because I have picked you. I have set aside space in my eternal plan for you because I have loved you. I will always grasp your hand. You just have to rely on me. Hold on tight. Don't go back. I am the God who can do far more than you can ask or imagine. Therefore, a bright future full of promise and glory is ahead. I'll draw close to you if you draw close to me. If you take pleasure in me, I will fulfill your heart's desires and match them with my flawless will. I am the same now as I was yesterday, and I will always be the same. The same power that nourished multitudes, calmed the raging sea, and brought the dead back to life is working in and for you. Remind yourself that the person who created galaxies loves you with all of your heart's beats. Allow that love to define you, keep you going, and help you live the remarkable life I have planned for you. Give in to my spirit, for I will guide you from glory to glory, making you a more lucid manifestation of my divine essence every day. Be fearless in your faith, unwavering in your hope, and unbounded in your love, for I will be at your side the entire while. I have now opened my heart to share facts that will uplift, soothe, lead, and enlighten your soul. Consider these words to be a gift from me to you. Keep them in your heart's treasure box and allow them to influence how your trip unfolds. You will remain steadfast in the face of adversity, rooted in the understanding that I am on your side, not against it. Knowing that I am the source of all good things, you will remember to give me thanks when benefits come in abundance. Have faith, accept, and move forward with assurance. I promise never to let you down since you are mine. As your redemption approaches, raise your head. Extend your arms in celebration of the amazing future I have planned for you. Celebrate who you are as my child and my darling, and live out the full meaning of why I made you. I enshrine these words in truth and love, and until they are realized in your life, I swear to keep an eye on them. I am your God, and I promise to stay by your side no matter what. Amen.